Hey guys, welcome to another Gauging Gadgets Garmin Forerunner 45 tutorial video. In this video, I'll be doing a quick overview of the system settings for the Garmin Forerunner 45. Following the steps in this video can help you change the language on the watch, change the format of the different metrics available on the watch, and among other things, also do a factory reset of the Garmin Forerunner 45. So let's go and get started. To get into the system settings, the first thing we need to do is open up the menu by holding down the up button. And then once you're in the menu, select the up button again until you see System. Select System using the Start or Stop button. Now that we're in the system settings, the first item you'll see is language, and this is where you can set the language for the watch. You can scroll through the list using the up and down buttons, and then select your desired language using Start and Stop. There are a ton of languages available, so you should be able to find your desired language. Back in the system settings, the next we have is time, and this is where you can format the time for 24 hours. You can also configure the time to be set either automatically or manual. If you select the option to set the time manually, when you go back to the time settings, you can see that there's a new option available where you can go in and manually set the time. If you choose automatic, it'll be set via GPS. The next item we have in the system settings is going to be the backlight, and this is divided into two different sections. You have during activity and not during activity. I'll be going through not during activity, but it's exactly the same for during activity. So this really determines when the backlight turns on and then how often it turns on. Does it turn on if a key or button is hit on the watch? Does it turn on if you get an alert? Does it turn on for gestures? Gestures is when you turn the watch towards you. So the backlight will turn on when the watch is pointing towards you, and then when you turn it away, it'll turn off. The next option is going to be the timeout, and the lower you have this timeout, the better battery life you will get. After that, in the system settings, we have sounds, and this was where you can control if the watch will make noises, as well as when it vibrates. So the first option is going to be keytones, and that's where the watch will make a noise if you hit any of the buttons. And then you have alert tones. That's where if there's an alert, such as your move bar or something like that, it'll make a noise. And then you have vibration. After vibration, we have key vibe, and that is where it'll vibrate if you hit a button. This could be useful if you're using the watch when you're not looking at it for some reason. After sounds, we have do not disturb, and this is where you can turn do not disturb on and off, and that's where you will not receive any notifications or alerts or sounds or alarms, anything like that from the watch. You can also turn off the sleep time, and that's the automatic do not disturb, which the time right there is configured on your phone in the Garmin Connect app, but you can turn it on and off here. The next we have the pace and speed preference, and this is just going to be you're choosing pace or speed for each of the following activities. The next item we have in the system settings is going to be units, and this is where you can select either miles or kilometers. Next in system settings, we have software updates, and you can't manually trigger a software update. You can only turn it on for automatic updates, which will trigger when your watch is connected to Garmin via your phone or your computer if there's one available. So if you turn this off, you will no longer receive updates, and if you turn it on, it'll automatically update the watch whenever there's one available. Finally, the last item we have in the system settings is going to be reset, and this is where you can first reset all the settings back to default. So if you change something and you don't like it, it'll reset the system settings but leave all of the data on the watch and all the configurations you made. So if you have like watch faces and stuff, it'll leave that there. The next option is going to be delete all, and that will perform a factory reset, and you will be required to set up the watch after it's completed. So that was a quick overview of the system settings for the Garmin Forerunner 45. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you'd like to see more Garmin Forerunner 45 tutorial videos, check the link in the description. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Gauging Gadgets, more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.